Okay, and good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing out there? And we are on the EURUSD chart. I don't like making really long videos, so let's wrap this up as fast as possible in a very timely fashion. All right, so there's no type of support resistance, no marks, no nothing like that that I've put on. So this is just me building this up from the ground up. So first things first, I always like to bring out my support resistance. So this way I know exactly where price should definitely be going. So first things first, I see a really nice support resistance area right here. Next, just keep putting in some more support resistance. Let's just fill it up with some more support resistance, guys. These are going to be the building blocks of every single trade that you will be in. So it's best to get it well acquainted with them. So now let's put some trend lines up. See a nice little trend coming right here. Okay. All right. So let's go back into time and see what happened on last week's chart. So as you can see, there was a nice little support. There was a lot of support resistance in this area, and over here in this area, you can definitely see that there is some resistance right here. Very commonplace, already has built up, and it has gone down, and now it has gone to a more commonly supported area right here, and also a more common support area as well for this trend line and for the support resistance price reversal zone as well. So when you take a look at this, you can definitely see here, most liklikely, price will be going, let's put an arrow. Price will most likely be being supported in this area. Price will most likely be supported in this area, and then the next most possible resistance area will be at the 1.11782 price reversal area, price reversal zone. And then that is definitely what we're gonna have to try to look for. You wanna definitely look to see and just make sure that price is being supported in this area right here. Because when it's being supported, it's not gonna try to go down, it's gonna definitely go back up and retrace. And then when it hits right here, then you have to see, is it going to just turn into just the same thing? Is it going to just be is it just going to be the resistance area? Is it just going to be another price reversal area? Or is it going to break through and then become newfound support? And then is it going to become newfound support and then keep going? So that's actually what we're definitely looking for right here. But as you can see, this is a very, very, very common price reversal zone. It's a very common price reversal zone. It's already shown in the past. It has been quite the support. It has been quite the newfound support. And as you can see, newfound support goes up, found the newfound resistance. Then just kept going down. As you can see, when it broke through this area as this support area that was supporting this movement right here, when it goes underneath, and then you can see it becomes newfound newfound resistance. As you see, old support becoming newfound resistance, and then being resisted, it goes back down, and then it becomes newfound resistance all over again. So what we have to just look for is just that same exact pattern, which is pretty much all that we have to do. That's the simplest way that I can ever explain it. We're just waiting to see price do the exact same thing that it did before. That's all you have to look for. That's the only thing. And that's basically what I put all my strategies behind, just doing what happened in the past and just letting history repeat itself. That's the only thing that happens in price. And that's is the most common thing that happens in price, but it doesn't happen every single time. There's a lot more factors that always goes in, and I'm about to go into that as well. So, but this is just the basics of everything: newfound support, newfound resistance, and yeah. And not just that, you have to also look for the higher lows and the lower highs and the lower highs and the higher lows. And those, I do know that probably if you don't know what that means, then you're like, what is higher lows and higher highs? I'll explain that to you. As you can see here, this is the highest point that it was at before last week. That was the highest high that it has ever hit. Then it became newfound support, newfound resistance, and then that became a new high low, because this is the highest point that it has reached compared to this area. So this is high and this is lower. So this is a lower high. This is the highest point that it can be at this lowest point. So this is a low high right here. Next, when you see this happen, we already know this has become some newfound resistance. And it goes down, and then, as a matter of fact, it breaks through a lot. As a matter of fact, it just becomes newfound resistance somewhere else, and then goes back down. Now it looks like it's just a newfound support. So what we're gonna have to look for, we need to see where price goes. Is price going to be supported in this area? Is it gonna, it's already being supported. Is it going to be continue to be support in this area and then we have to look at this area right here. Let me just highlight it. There we go. This area, like I said, is the current support. And next, you're going to want to look for the newfound resistance or support, basically where price is most likely going to be going. And price is most likely going to be in this area, in which we need to see, is it going to be newfound support or newfound resistance? But not just that, price can just decide to just continue to go down. And if it does go down, this is all you have to do. I'm gonna put the right tool on this. I'm just gonna eclipse it again. Never mind. Well, anyways, basically all you have to do, when price actually goes down underneath this area, you have to just wait for it to be either newfound support, newfound resistance. If it becomes newfound resistance, this is what it's gonna look like. Just wanna put this right here. Okay, so similar to something like this, if it goes underneath this 1.1571 line in that area, if it just becomes like dead set on being underneath that, then that's where it has more potential to just continue going down on this side, to continue going down. That's if it just shows up as newfound resistance. If it goes underneath this line right here, matter of fact, I'm just gonna change the color of this line because this is where price is starting off. Let's make this one same as these arrows because that is where the future is. So starting from here, we need to see, and be patient with me, please. Price, if it is being supported in this area, it will go up. It will create a new higher high. Or if it just continues the trend that is currently on, it will break below this line right here in blue, and then underneath this line, it will turn into newfound resistance. There will be a consolidation. Basically, the buildup of price just consolidating, just going up and down all the time, and then it will just spike up or spike down. That's basically what price does. And if you do notice, every time when it becomes newfound resistance or newfound support, there's always consolidation that will basically highlight that area. That's how you use the consolidations to your advantage, by the way. As you can see here, it goes down, consolidates, become newfound support, and then breaks through, become newfound support again. I'm telling you, it became newfound support right here, and then it went back up. It didn't even become newfound resistance once when it went down. It just became newfound support, just so it could go back up. That's how you can tell that's how price works. Most people will basically see this, oh, it breaks through, goes down, they'll keep it as a sell. No. If you actually did it the way you're supposed to, it's going to show here this is a major support line. Goes back up, becomes newfound support again. Oh, look at this. It's ricocheting right off of the last resistance line that you right off the last resistance line that was previously support. Then goes back down, and look at this. It goes back down underneath this price reversal area, right underneath this line. It builds up in consolidation. It does not go anywhere further up. It must go down. So resistance goes down for the support, and now we're waiting for support to be lifted up, and then we're waiting for price to just either break through this area to continue going back up, or we're going to wait to see if price is going to then become newfound resistance and then just make price plummet back down. So that's basically how that chart is going to be working with this. So right now, when I'm taking a look at this, it looks like it's most likely going to go back up. So this way it can test this area. And this is where I say this. It looks like there is some massive support in this area. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to put down another support resistance line just so I can make sure I'm doing as much of these as possible, because price does crazy things in the market, and it can always do a lot of things. I'm going to change that back to the same as the others. Okay. And yes, as you see, it's a good thing I actually brought that back up. You see here, newfound former resistance breaks through. Looks like it's become newfound resistance right here. And yeah, right now we are just waiting to see where price goes, because price looks like has been previously previously resisted, and it has a little bit of dodgy history right here, but then it has it has definitely gone back up. And now you see here, it has previously been a rejection area as well. But I want to go back in time just so I can see, has this price actually hit anything else? So I'll go to the 4-hour chart. Okay, it doesn't look like price has actually been this low for quite some time. Okay, let's go to the weekly chart. Okay, here we go. Okay, so yes, price has definitely been here before, and not just that, it definitely has shown some major support resistance in that area. All right. And yeah, and like I said, this definitely looks like a major support area that it's on as of right now. So right now, we definitely want to wait to see where price goes. It doesn't show it as clearly as sometimes it does, but yeah, this is why we definitely have to be patient with Forex. So we never know where it's going to go. We can only make our best predictions on that based on our analysis. So now I'm gonna go back to the, I'm going to go to the daily chart and just try to take a look at what this price has been doing for the past couple of days. And yes, it definitely looks like it has been definitely being supported in this area. So yes, every time I go through these charts, it always looks like it's being supported in that area, which is why it is very imperative that we be patient with this and we wait to see, is price going to turn is price going to just continue on its trend and just continue to go down, or is it going to continue to go up in this, is it, I mean, not continue to go up, is it going to be supported off of this support line that is currently on right now, and is it going to oh yes, before I just put this one up right here, before I put this support resistance line right there. But yes, what we really need to look forward to is it actually hitting this area first, because this is actually the previous this is the very last support resistance area that it has. Then we need to see, is it going to just power through and then break through that? As a matter of fact, I actually want to read through my analysis, because I really want to just make sure I have everything correctly done. I'm going to bring that over here. If only we can see this in a better view on TradingView. Doing the best I can, guys. Doing the best I can. All right, this is better. Okay. So yeah, basically right now we just need to see, where is price going? Is it going to be supported off of this area, and is it going to basically be resisted off of this area and then go back down, or is it going to break through and find itself newfound support and then continue to be going up? And yeah, oh yes, and by the way, this looks like it's been a head and shoulders. So yeah, it looks like it's actually going to be going down in the long run. But yeah, And yeah, right here, this is the head, this is the first shoulder, and this is the shoulder of it going down. And yeah, and right here you can actually see this is the support resistance area of the first shoulder, and the shoulders are actually the most pinnacle parts of this type of pattern. They are the most I could definitely say they are the most supported resistance areas that you should definitely look out for are the shoulders on the head and shoulders, the very bottoms and the very tops is what you always should look out for when you're looking at a head and shoulder area. And as you can see right here, this is being supported, I mean, this is being resisted right underneath those shoulders. So that's how you can definitely tell this is the head and shoulder formation. And right now we need to just see, is it going to continue being in that capacity of the head and shoulders, or is it going to break out from this current pattern that it has right now, and is it going to continue to go up into this area if it's actually is being supported? Now, like I said, if it's being resisted, it will go underneath this current light blue line that I have right here. It will consolidate, it will test and reject this area, test and reject, and then plot it back down. So yes, that is my analysis of the Euro USD chart. The markets have not started yet. We are on May 19th on a Sunday. The markets will be starting in just a couple of hours. And yeah, let's get this money, future millionaires.